expand a little bit on what Mark said. We hear that Senate Bill 5 and Issue 2 is really about economic reforms. And this report proves that we've been willing to make those economic reforms all across this state. It's not what we're talking about here. It's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about the haves and the have-nots. And this wants to turn our collective bargaining system into a system of haves and have-nots, and hard-working police officers and firefighters and corrections officers across the state are going to be jettisoned into the ranks of the have-nots. And that's by design. That's by design. So I will now give up my seat, and I think we'll all take questions at the end.
My name is Christopher Mabe. I'd like to thank everybody for being here today. I've just been elected the president of the Ohio Civil Service Employees Association. I've been a 20-year correctional officer, correctional counselor at Lorain Correctional for the past 20 years. The evidence the report brings forth today is in fact the proof that it's not the people that keep our water clean. It's not the people that keep our roads clear of snow. It's not the people that take care of our elderly and our veterans. It's not the people that keep our prisons safe that are to blame for the economic woes of the state of Ohio. Over the last 9 years, OCSEA members, which ultimately represent 35,000 state employees in the state of Ohio, have taken concessions of up to a total of $350 million. $350 million broken down, $250 million between leaves, pay freezes, another $100 million in increased health care that was concessionary to the state. These are the things that we've done together working with the state through the collective bargaining process to be responsible to the taxpayers as we are taxpayers and maintain fiscal responsibility throughout the state. The collective bargaining law, it has achieved the opposite of what's being reported. Collective bargaining has not hamstrung the state's ability to meet its needs, but just the opposite. Besides our concessions and bargaining at the table, our union members have engaged in hundreds, if not thousands, of labor management committees and cost savings committees, which have saved the state of Ohio and the taxpayers even more millions of dollars through collective bargaining and our committee processes. Like Ohio, state employees have a major stake in the process, strategies and outcomes of government. But that wasn't the case many decades ago when relationships were strained and strikes were common. These are the things that we know are accomplished through collective bargaining, both now and in the future, and those are the things that we hope to accomplish. Thank you.
My name is Clyde Bridges. I'm a employee of the City of Columbus, and I represent the members of ASME Local 1632. And I'd like to talk a little bit about how this bill will impact the quality of life to the citizens of this community. Our members are a core support group for the safety forces. Our technicians repair and maintain the police cars, the fire equipment, the paramedic equipment, the refuge collectors pick up garbage every day, regardless of the weather. Our sewer service workers repair busted water lines and keep the sewers clean. Our code enforcement officers make sure that abandoned buildings are boarded up and the grass is cut. This bill would dramatically impact their ability to provide these services for the city. And I think you have a problem that when things are going so good for so long that you kind of get taken for granted. You know, and this bill would be like missing your water when your well runs dry. You know, and this community can ill afford to let its well run dry because of Senate Bill 5. We represent 2,500 workers throughout the city of Columbus, and through collective bargaining, our fleet management division has just been ranked number 3 in North America. And it's also been ranked number 1 green fleet in North America. Now, all this has been done through collective bargaining. So I think that at the state level, if they took a look at what we're doing down here on the local levels, they could see just how well collective bargaining works. So again, I think if the main thing is when things are really doing good, You just don't really recognize it until they go bad.